I'm not ashamed to say, buy the video. Because used to I let people buffalo me. No, I'm not going to be buffaloed. We're going to expand what we're doing. We're going to wage war against the New World Order and the info war.
Ditto.
Ditto to that, baby. Absolutely. I'm proud of the work we've done. I'm proud of what we developed and what we've done. Hey, you think we should play the FEMA camp film trailer?
Go for it.
I saw it on YouTube. What's the best place to get it? The trailer?
CampFEMA.com.
Yeah, CampFEMA.com. Pull that up. It's got a dramatic intro. Is that going to be in the film with the Thought Police guy?
I want to try and work that in there. You know, was that your cousin or niece?
That was my niece, actually.
Niece, yeah.
Oh, is that Lord Franchi dressed up in the?
We can't reveal who the agent is, Alex.
Yeah, that was actually a real CIA agent, so we don't want to tell who that is. But yeah, we're going to try to incorporate all the.
And you notice they're reading the Resistance Manifesto, also available on Infowars.com. Got to fund Mark Dice somehow. You know, that poor guy prints his books on demand. I'm telling him he needs to just print up a couple thousand.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Yeah, exactly. He can't afford to do it outside of that, so he can then do this full time. We'd have Mark Dice full time. Mark Dice, we need to get him off the launch pad so he can do this full time. See, because I like that. I like getting everybody doing it full time. But then I learned, though, the little gizmo has these things falling off of him. A lot of times they turn back and bite him. But Mark Dice hasn't done that yet. He hasn't turned into a stripe yet.
Well, obviously, you weren't eating after midnight.
Folks, if you haven't seen Gremlins, you have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, I'm out of control. Do we have the next video? And then I'm going to go to some calls, I promise. That CampFEMA.com? Yeah. Here it is. Play it. For the radio audience, there's a guy in a black uniform, a Gestapo agent, beating on her door. A young lady puts the Evil Resistance Manifesto, Mark Dice, under the bed, under the couch, opens the door, he tasers her. He wants to find out. He's Thought Crime Division. They're openly setting up the Thought Crime Division, saying they're going to arrest you. They're calling for it on ABC News, CBS, to arrest anyone they think might criticize the government. Don't worry, it's freedom. And I love this cut where you shoot across the map and it's all green on black. Coming this fall, Camp FEMA. And then it cuts to Glenn Beck.
I'm doing a story tonight that I wanted to debunk these FEMA camps. I'm tired of hearing. You know about them? Sure. I'm tired
From
of
the
hearing.
producer Gary Franchi, RestoreTheRepublic.com, Director William Lewis, TakeBackWashington.com.
I can't debunk them.
Yeah, that was him setting it. Did you hear me call? You know what we ought to get? We ought to get you the TV show from March, where I did a whole 2 hours saying this is what Glenn Beck's going to do. He's going to go show the train station that we've known has been fake since '96, Linda Thompson. And I laid out everything he'd do, and I predicted, I said, you watch, he's going to debunk it. And everybody said, how dare you say he's going to debunk it? He says he believes it's real. I know he's CIA. In fact, I even have sources. But the issue is that, I mean, did you,
I saw it before I came up here. In fact, I watched about 9 hours of police state videos to research before I came to talk to you. And, you know, I did that all in one day, and it just brought back all these emotions that I had when I saw these films.
No, but to be specific, no, I understand, but to be specific, though, did you know I did a whole 2 hour show exposing what Beck was going to do? And people said, how do you know he's going to say they don't exist? I know his mind, but go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to get us some footage of that, we'll definitely incorporate it.
Yeah, what date was that? I did the FEMA camp special. And it was like 2 hours on air, and I know I did it live on PrisonPlanet.tv. I know it's on YouTube, but absolutely, I'd be more than happy. Guys, it'll never happen if we don't do it. Will somebody dig out that date? Because I know I said record it because we're going to put it on one of the monthly best-ofs. And it's not about me up here tooting my horn. If you can find the date for us, we'll get it. It's not about me tooting my horn. It's about, we really know what we're talking about. Anyways, what do you think of Glenn Beck?
Me personally?
Great American?
Hardly. You know,
CFR show?
Glenn Beck.
CFR doesn't exist, Gary.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, I didn't. I thought it did. Is that a conspiracy?
Yep, conspiracy theory.
Yeah, Glenn Beck is no different than anybody else out there. He's working with two different motives, one that he allows you to see and the other one that he doesn't, and you got to see that firsthand when he covered FEMA camps, and you called it dead right on what he was going to say. So, There's nothing to say about Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck exposes himself for what he is. Simple.
Well, I knew how they operated. The only thing I didn't foresee was that it'd be Popular Mechanics doing it. But it's that straw man model. So I thought, what has been proven to not be camps? And I said, well, that camp down in Louisiana is really for NATO troops to train for a camp in Europe. If I was going to debunk, I'd do that and the railway Amtrak station. But that wasn't just my prediction being right on that. I said he was going to come out and say it wasn't real. That was the big prediction. With everybody going, I'm back, Fox News finally cares. They were doing that to get people's confidence.
Yeah, Gary actually went out and shot at the Beech Grove facility and came back and said, William, it's not a FEMA camp. I mean, we've known from the very beginning that, that this was definitely not what people were saying it was on the internet. But that's the whole thing. We've got about 150 different sites to go look at and try and determine which one is and which one didn't. But you know what? It doesn't really make any difference because the legislation is in place and any one of those facilities overnight can be turned into a FEMA camp.
Well, they also don't put a big FEMA camp sign. They have designated facilities, like where you got them dead to rights, is these emergency overflow centers they build on old, like Pier 57. That was a FEMA camp. And the feds paid for that, and Bechtel and all them were involved. And out here at the old Robert Mueller Airport, that's the 747 hangar with the facility in it. All right, we'll try to jam a few calls in here on the other side. But yeah, no, it's places with barbed wire that are designated. Well, here's the big enchilada. During the dark winter drills and the top off 1 and 2, they practice putting people in the sports stadium. Those are your FEMA camps. Your city paid for sports stadium is your FEMA camp. So see, they're hidden in plain view, and that's what you need to put in your film.